Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Ben the Human Plays Jumplight Odyssey. We're about to reach the nebula soonish. In about probably like 2 minutes, we'll be in the nebula. I don't really feel the need to send out any more shuttles, especially these two, since they're still like scorched. But I don't feel the need to send out any more shuttles to go get more metals. I do want to check on... Oh, not the quarterdeck. I want to go to our mess hall here and make sure that's on priority. Really, that's the only thing that's plaguing the ship right now, is the starvation of the crew. I say that like that being the only problem is not that big a deal, but it kind of is a big deal. We are producing produce. Producing produce. We got our tomatoes and our potatoes here. Are you still working? You are working. That's good. That one's under haul resources. Are you stuck? No, it's still working. Alright. Now we still got rice, and we have one wheat building over here as well, so I want to make sure these are high priority. The other thing we want to keep an eye on is this room right here. Let's prioritize that once we get, because we're still losing biomass, so once we get a positive correlation with that, that'll be pretty good. We're still building composites. Plastic fabricators on. No, these are all on. For some reason I thought I had shut some of those off. But we're ready to jump now. How far back are you? So, they're at 32 now. We're going to jump to here, and it'll be very interesting to see when we jump from the mineral ring into the Oort Nebula here, to see what happens with the timer of the Zootopan fleet. So let's go ahead and do that. Oops, I unselected it. Target. And jump.
Let's bring that star a little closer, shall we?
Once we get the biomass produce balance figured out here, I'd like to try and work on the water stuff I've talked about for a couple episodes now. I want to get the steamworks going so we can get the sauna going, and then balance all the electricity and whatever else comes with that. That'll be kind of an interesting problem to solve. Alright, so they claim they've slowed their advance. Prove it. They don't have a number there. Did I break this thing? Maybe. Well, we can't see anything when we're jumping around in the nebula anyway, so we're just gonna jump to the right when we build up the full amount of jump light. Now, while we're here and while we're waiting, we should send people out on the survey mission. Let's see here. Yosh, you're getting changed out, my friend, for Laura. And then Ash, you're gonna get swapped out as well for Marta. And then Fallen, we're gonna swap you with a scientist. Vin is going to take your seat. I picked the wrong shuttle. I'm a dummy. I really don't want to send out the most beat up shuttle I have. Let's change this around. Laura, you're on this ship now. Nave. We'll swap you with Vin. We're just gonna send the same crew. Just, we need to send them on a different ship here. Sort by health. Marta, you were on the other ship, that's right. Okay. Send the crew. These guys. Vin is like on both ships somehow, so we're gonna try and head that off by switching it to Rami like right away. So launch this shuttle. Once they get out and then they come back, maybe we can do the I never remember what it's called. The salvage mission. I keep wanting to call it survey, but that's what they're going on right now. Okay, this is going to be our future steam room. This is for more power, but we don't need more power right now. We got more produce. It's going to be a weird couple minutes here while we figure out the produce problem. Because, like, these things are in the process of being biomassed, while these are kind of still growing. So it might be a while before we find equilibrium here. One thing I was thinking about earlier today was I wonder if we want to do a coffee crop. Because this would allow us to make coffee. It's not very expensive. It takes a decent amount of biomass. We don't have any coffee, and that's kind of fun. How would this work? We could stick we could stick some tomatoes, potatoes right next to it. So maybe we plop that guy right there. And then do more tomato, potato. Like that. Although I'm breaking my cardinal rule here. Delete build plan. I'm breaking the cardinal rule is don't build too many things all at once, otherwise they'll never get the resources necessary. Let's check on our biomass generator. Oh, they got the second one up. Good, good. Gonna build 2 more. And by 2 more, I'm gonna build 1 more right now, and then I'm gonna build another one once that one's done. There we go. Basically, I want to get to the point where we're gaining biomass again. Are you all working? Let's just double check to make sure you're not busted. Because I feel like the algae has a bad habit of getting busted. How you doing, madam? Are you harvesting, or are you doing the thing where you harvest, and it doesn't actually change? That kind of seems like what's happening right now. That would be a bug that I would love to see sorted, is the issues that plague the generation of biomass and produce. Is like, for whatever reason, and I'm not a programmer, so I don't know what the case is, but these things tend to get stuck quite often, and I can't tell if they're broken or if they're actually generating biomass. Like, that guy just harvested a thing. Did it generate 2 biomass, or did it just kind of go away? Let's watch and observe. That one's still working. So some of them are still working. But these ones, I'm not sure about this front row here. They've been working at it for a while. And, I don't know about this. It seems like they're broken. So I wonder, somebody mentioned cycling the power on and off, and that might help. Let's see if that I think these 4 are definitely stuck. So let's cycle the power, see if that doesn't fix it. You're off now. Where are you going? Where are you guys going? It's kind of floating freely. Oh, they're taking biomass out of the crops. Okay. So let's turn this back on. The spacecraft is back. Did this fix you? Let's watch. Observe. Are you being harvested? Hey! Thank you to whoever shared that tip. That does indeed seem to have fixed the problem. Lo and behold. Well, there you go. There's a cool tip for you. If you suspect that your algae farms, at the very least, and maybe your other produce as well, are kind of caught in the infinite loop of not actually being harvested, shut your power off for a little bit, and then flip it back on, and that seems to fix the problem. You don't have to do my whole issue of disassembling and reassembling your biomass generators. So thank you to the comments for that one. That's a great one. Now, we did just get the notification that the Zootopan army was mobilizing. So what does that mean for us? Okay, so it's still at 32. I wonder if that means that they have the same amount of time, but they do have like a delay period every time we jump in the nebula, perhaps? Because it doesn't appear like we gained any time. So maybe that's the issue with the nebula, is as you jump through it, instead of gaining any time, you just have the set amount of time you've been given, and then you have to jump as fast as possible. Because it seems like they were still at the 32 we left them at, but they just didn't move for a bit. So maybe based on that, actually, we want to be jumping as much as possible. Even these short little jumps would be fine, and that will keep the timer from moving as much as we can. Because if we sit here and build up Jumplight, but we're not gaining any time for each jump we make, that's a problem. So we want to be jumping with these short little jumps as much as we can to keep that timer from increasing, all the while getting all the way out here, and then eventually making these bigger jumps. So based on that, though, we are definitely going to want to get more Jumplight running. They've made the coffee! Alright, the coffee is here. Nobody panic. Where are we going to put it? Do we put it in the big room? The big room seems like the most logical place to put it. What do we got? We've got... caffeination requires coffee, which we have just made. We will throw it in this corner next to the door, and now our people are going to be buzzed out of their minds. I'm amazed. It's a legendary day on the ship. Maybe we add some over here too, on the off chance that people want a coffee in this room. It's not very expensive once you get the caffeination unlocked. It's just 6 metal, 2 plastic, which is not too bad. So let's throw down two coffee stations. That'll be fun. Hopefully it brings people's morale back up. Produce is still a bit of a bear. Biomass is finally going back up, and maybe that's because we finally unlocked... I always feel bad, a little bad, not super bad, but a little bad when I realize that the reason my biomass or whatever else is decreasing is because they're bugged and they're not actually being harvested. And then I have built like 3 more, an entire room dedicated to extra biomass, and it's like, oh, actually, it would have been fine. But I guess there are worse things to have than excess biomass. I wonder if this one's not stuck too. Because that guy tried to harvest it and then it did not change. But one of them being stuck isn't the worst thing in the world. Go to bridge. Oh, we forgot to send out our ship again. I feel like a dummy. Well, let's check. Did we even unlock one? Because that might be the case. We did. Do we want to spend the 3 minutes, or do we want to jump right now? We might as well, since we've already gone with the salvage mission, and then we can keep an eye on this, and maybe we do get the requisite amount of time necessary to make that bigger jump. So let's go here, and you're healthy, Jeb. You can go on a on a mission. You've got a call sign. I don't get to send out call signs very often. Who else is ready to go? Lightfoot is not my favorite. Or no, wait, Lightfoot is my favorite. I take it all back. And Jeb got Lightfoot as well. He's off duty right now, so we won't send him with, but good to know. Leadfoot is my least favorite call sign. Don't get it twisted. Galena, you can join the people, and now we have a pretty solid chance to succeed, right? Send this crew. 25% chance. We're up to 85%. It's a little slower, but that's okay. I've said this before, but I'd rather have a ship that goes a little slower and succeeds than one that's real fast and has a much lower chance of succeeding. Alright, composites are chunking along nicely. Plastics are going up. Metals are also going up. Material is only useful for metal anyway, so you might as well just burn through it at whatever rate you can. Now that this one is done, we should build some more produce. The more efficient we can make our produce room, water-wise, the better off we'll be. Because it looks like the coffee is actually starting to drain, along with the new biomass I'm sure that we built. Starting to drain our water again. And we could always build more water things if it truly gets dire, but right now I'd like to just build these two and then slowly disassemble the rice and the wheat and get rid of those. And then eventually I'd like to make the big pivot to corn and orange here, because those only take 3 water and produce very large produce, but this one's the 40% chance to double. And then we could build a grow light somewhere in here. Maybe here. And then that would be great. So for now, we'll let those two go. Because we're still hitting negative produce. Our starving is coming back down, which is great. Let's see. You've been working on this for a while now. It doesn't seem to be working, so I think it's another case where the stuff has been locked. Give it like a 10 count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fire it back up. Alright, now let's see if that fixed it later. We'll go check on it later. Yeah, we're starting to burn through a little bit of water. We can always add 2 more water generators here if need be. But let's take a look over here. What would we want for water? Well, first of all, we'd want power and oxygen. Where are those? I always think this one's power because it's yellow, but the power is right above it. So power and oxygen. Then we would want the water management panel. And we could throw that right in front of the door. And then following that, we want the pump. No, we want the compressor, I believe. Let's confirm this. The panel's going to eat up some components, but that's fine. Composites. Let's go check our bathroom to make sure I'm not crazy. Washroom. Coffee has been made! All y'all better be drinking the coffee non-stop. Yep, it is redirected steamworks, so we need the compressor for that. Surprisingly, these don't take much resources once you've got all the requisite unlocks ready. I'm wondering... Depletes rest to be in the hot tub. That's very funny. I wonder if we don't want to start, like, expanding this bathroom outwards, like taking over part of the crew quarters, because this room is mostly just empty. I feel like we're getting by just fine with this massive barracks here. Yeah! Hallie, grab a coffee? Are you gonna be buzzed? Is that a status you can have? Apparently not. She's got a big head, though. Not necessarily from the coffee. Not correlated at all. Yeah, we are definitely losing water now. I wonder if that's from people drinking coffee too. So maybe we do want to throw some more waterworks in here just to head it off at the pass. At least until we figure out our produce. Because we won't be able to, like, truly dial in the produce until... Oh, we don't have enough plastics for that. I guess that's what I get for throwing down things right and left. Throwing down coffee makers and... Yes! Good job, team. Alright. Once you land, we're gonna jump out of here. Perfect success is great. How did you do? Lots of metal, lots of components. Not as much plastic, but that's fine. We only needed 2 anyway, so they are landed. Jump to the bridge, and then go ahead and initiate our jump.
Initiate Jumplight drive.
Oops, did I forget to change it? I think I did.
Jumping. In
I think we're making that short jump instead of the longer jump.
3.
We definitely are. That's okay. I should have made the long jump, but that's fine. I think we're well ahead of the Zootopans. And now we can kind of test out my hypothesis. This place is red. What is going on here? Hold on. Pause. Yeah, we definitely made the short jump. Alright, so... target for this one. Now, how did this do? I think this is exactly what is happening now, is we are not gaining any speed, or gaining any time by jumping anymore. They only stop pursuing every time you jump. Oh no, that's not working either. Well, now I have no idea what's going on. Magma flows. We're at a molten planet. Well, maybe we don't want to send anybody out then. Because they could come back with burns. Let's take a look. Woo! That's nifty looking, huh? Can't really see it. My ship's in the way. The planet has kerploded. It's kerploded! Anyway, so we're gonna try to make that short jump. It claims the Zootopans shouldn't be chasing us, but... well, it's definitely slowed them. Like, instead of 1001 for a second, it seems like it's taking 2 seconds for every second that it knocks off the thing. But, once again, we want to be jumping as fast as possible if that's the thing that's truly slowing them down. I'm assuming that's how they caught up with me last time. So let's see here. We have enough composite for this, and we really should build another calibrator. We're out of plastics again, but we should be able to generate 5 fairly shortly here. And having another calibrator is going to be key for being able to stay ahead of them, especially once we leave the nebula. So we'll go ahead and get that going. I think we only ever got 4, or only ever had 3 last time, so that's exciting. Water condensers are under construction. Still negative produce, or 0 produce, which is not awesome. And part of it is I feel like these are just being ignored. Oh, is it the thing again where these have gotten busted too? I think they might have, because if you check to see, this one has the haul opportunity, these ones don't. So let's shut this guy off. Give it a little bit. And part of me wonders, like, sometimes I wonder if it's not like the haul is off because they're already full, and otherwise they would be fine, or maybe the haul is off because they're broken. Because, like, this one doesn't have any resources in it to actually be running, but these ones seem full, maybe? But I think we need more scientists to be operating those things down there anyway. So maybe what we want to be doing is sending out our shuttles to go grab some more people. I mean, that will exacerbate our produce problem again, but... could do resource extraction, but that's just metals, right? So we don't really necessarily need metals. That shuttle's still beat to hell. I wish they would fix the shuttles too. That also seems to be very weird. Alright, let's look at our health here. Since this is kind of a dangerous place, we want to have people be on high health as much as possible. Let's go for health. Laura, you can go along as well. And then Neva, you get swapped out for one of our engineers here. Since we don't have a lot of building going on, engineers are a fine crew member to take along. So launch that shuttle, that one should be fine. And then the next shuttle we'll send out for a search and rescue mission. Who's ready to roll? Jeb, you can head out again. Oh, you're already on that ship. Ha 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 ha. Do it again. Go out twice. Just clone yourself, just like they would in Star Trek, and you'll be fine. We'll send Vin with you. On the bad shuttle, of course. How about, instead of that, we put Vin on the good shuttle with the other 2 Marines, and we call that good. Launch. Get out there and save some folks. Alright, did we plot in our next course? We did indeed. Okay, that's good. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody liking their new coffee dispenser? Pretty solid. The wash basin here. I think what I'm kind of interested in is expanding out that bathroom to be able to fit the hot tub in there better. So based on that, I think I want to move or start moving this stuff to the other side of the room here. Like that. A couple people have made comments on like my building style in this game is very, very compact. I'd much rather be compact and have like tons of extra space I don't need than need space that I don't have. It's just how I'm like hardwired to play games like this. Is like it's Tetris, man. Tetris broke me as a small child, and now I need to fit everything into places as neatly as possible. I play a lot of Against the Storm as well, and that game, you should see the way I've just crammed all my buildings in around the resource warehouse as much as I possibly can. It's an adventure and a half. All right, we have some more water condensers under construction. We're hemorrhaging power now too, and I guess we have been building a lot of things. These 2 things are there. We've been building more power when it comes to algae. I think these require power as well. These are all working now, which is great. These are all working now, which is also great. And actually, we're on positive produce for like 20, which is the first I've seen in a long time to be that high. Our plastic is low. Our composites went negative because we sent out the shuttle that had the materials on it already. So hopefully they don't explode. I would be very sad. All right, we've reached positive plastics. What was our composites going into? Oh, it was the calibrator. That's right. Like if we go over here, I guarantee. Yeah, it's just a stack of stuff, and not enough for anything. This is very funny. Yep, there's the 3 composites we're missing. I guess -2. Maybe one's still on its way. I'm not sure. But having 4 of those will be pretty awesome. Just waiting on these. Still going through the operations. Could speed up time a little bit. We're still generating Jumplight pretty quickly. We need 33 to be able to jump to the next stop. We're moving the coffee dispenser over. The other thing we'll want to do is if we do truly want to expand this bathroom out, we're going to want to move the power switches of the bedroom over. I'll probably move them to this corner. Spacecraft is back. They brought people. Get them to work. We're ready to jump right as this ship has come back. Or are you the survey mission? You are the survey mission. I'm like, offload them now. Get them all out there. Did you guys succeed? I can't tell. Oh, there's so much salvage available here, but we're running out of time. Crew disembarking? Did you succeed? Hey, sure enough. A bunch of civilians. Couple randos, some scientists. That's good. Scientists are great for the produce room. So the more of those we have, the better.
Hold on, everyone.
All right, off we go.
Jumplight.
We're pretty self-sufficient on resources now, so I feel less of the need to send people out to gather things. All right, we've launched. Part of me wonders if every time I save and reload, what you might want to do to make sure your resources are going well is to go to the rooms that you have these things in and just cycle the power. Like, it seems to be a thing that happens on reload. So maybe cycling the power would be the thing to do each time you load up the game. Alright, so the Zootopans have halted or slowed their advance. I don't think if we gained any time, it was very short. So, I think the key here is to jump as quickly as possible every single time you can, and that will slow their advance. But for now, we're going to kind of keep an eye on that. We're at 29 minutes roughly right now. Let's pause the episode there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Jumplight Odyssey or my other videos that I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!